he's integrating with us, how he's learning to live in Preston. My special guest, Hamza. Well, it's great to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Stories. Very good to see you.
Thank you. My journey began like this.
Hamza, what is the main difference, do you think, between Preston and Canada, and how has this change impacted your lifestyle personally?
You know, that's a good question. I think about that almost every day. It's a bit of a bittersweet feeling.
Of course.
I mean, the positives are the people that I've met, that I've been blessed to have come across, that are my lifelong friends, I'd like to think. My lecturers, the learning experience, and just the unique bit of taste that the city of Preston has to offer on its own.
I love the unique taste.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it comes down to. Now, the negatives are when I travel to other cities like Manchester and Liverpool, because coming from a city like Toronto in Canada, I feel that I belong in a big city such as Manchester and Liverpool, you know, and when I go to these cities to visit, you know, some of my friends' cousins and stuff like that that happen to live there, I do get a little bit of homesick. Then I also think to myself, had I been placed in a city like Manchester or Liverpool, I would have garnered that much more of an experience living in a big city, and I probably would have come across a lot more contacts, which would have served me well for my network in the long course, right? And then another factor that really makes me feel iffy about my choice is the fact that it rains almost every day in Preston. And I mean, according to the locals out here, they say that had I been a little more south in England, it wouldn't have rained as much. And I mean, I hate the rain. I mean, people tell me this all the time. You're coming from Canada. Is it not like minus 30 out there? And I say to them, yeah, it is minus 30. And then they automatically assume that, oh, I feel that much better living in Preston because the weather's not as cold.
I think it would
then I have to explain to them, okay, well, you know what, even though it's not minus 30 in Preston, it is raining every day, and it's a different kind of cold. And in Canada, although it's minus 30 and it's snowing, the sun is still shining nice and bright. And I really and truly believe that the sun factors in as to how people feel. And even if it's minus 30 and it's snowing tons, if the sun is shining, people will still tend to be smiling out on the streets, as opposed to over here where it's always drizzling or raining hard with gray skies, and I'm crossing the street and nobody has a smile on their face. Everyone's just trying to get indoors, you know. And I mean, that's just what I've really and truly experienced living in Preston. So, like as I said, it comes out to be a bittersweet feeling. I mean, I'm blessed to have met the people I've met in Preston, but at the same time, as far as the weather goes and as far as what the city offers goes, So I took this picture last summer in Toronto when I went to a J. Cole concert with my cousins, and just to give you a bit of detail of this picture, it's a skyline of our city. We got the CN Tower over here. We got several financial buildings over here with banks and stuff like that. That obviously consists the core of our financial district in Toronto. And the water over here is Lake Ontario. And an amazing thing to do over the summer is to take a ferry journey across it, and you can be with your loved ones or your friends, and just having a glass of wine and food, music. It's a good time to spend a summer night, and you enjoy the city skyline while you're traveling. Now this right here is just a night version of that picture, so you can just see what it feels like throughout the night with the lights all lit up and everything. This is a picture that I took. In particular, it was of the G4S truck, as you can see over here, which is a security company that mainly handles cash and jewelry and stuff like that from one place to another. And while we're at it, this building over here is of Scotiabank, which is one of the prominent banks in Canada. I took this picture this past summer when I was driving back from Chicago. As you know, that Canada and America are connected in land, so it's easy for us to just drive through to America. Once you get past the border, it's all gravy. So I just decided to take this picture because it goes on to show how the two countries connect by land. This is a picture that I took at the Toronto Raptors game. That's our basketball team. It was actually at the Raptors game when they were playing the Miami Heat, and it drew such all-stars such as Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, and Chris Bosh. And here's another snap of it. Just thought I'd throw it in. You can see Chris Bosh, at least in the basketball, Dwayne Wade, and LeBron James. Experience here has been great. I've made a load of friends. One in particular, his name is Fat Joey.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, he's quite the character.
An asshole. Many friends with him.
But anyway, friends with him.
Very sadly, that's all we have time for.
Well, thanks for having me over. I appreciate it. Thanks.
See you later.
See you, man.